My name is Heidi Fendos, and I am a 1992 graduate of UW-Whitewaters Communications program. Thing I always knew I wanted to do. I always had an interest in the field of communications. Growing up in middle school, I was very involved with forensics, and then in high school, stayed involved in forensics and drama, and really liked the whole communications aspect, liked writing, but didn't want to be a broadcaster, didn't want to work those hours. And then I learned about the field of PR, and I thought, yes, this is definitely what I want to do. So I'm lucky. I knew that I wanted to do this. My first job after college was with the Independent Community Bankers Association of Wisconsin, and I was hired as their first PR, marketing, and education director. I was asked to set up a public relations and marketing department and education for this association, which represented 200 community banks around greater Wisconsin, and it was a wonderful opportunity for me in that I got to do all sorts of different things, from setting up a monthly newsletter for them, to hosting different events, to being a spokesperson for them, to planning different seminars, educational seminars for all segments of the banking staff. But what I learned quickly was that I didn't like the banking industry. I didn't enjoy it, but I liked nonprofit work. So I got a lot out of it. I got my hands on a lot of different areas and expertise, and it transferred really well into the agency world, which was my next job. Working at the PR and marketing agency that I was with for many, many years. The energy of a PR agency is just spectacular. It's all creative people joined together for the good of the client, and it's the energy in an agency and the creative ideas in an agency are just so fun to be a part of. It's a wonderful opportunity to really learn PR and marketing and advertising, and to just get your feet wet. I always wanted to run my own business, and what inspired me to go out on my own really was life circumstances. Back in 2003, when I started my business, I had a 4-year-old son and a 9-month-old son, and agency life and hours had gotten a little hectic on top of trying to raise 2 small kids. So I decided to go out on my own so I could set my own schedule. Little did I know that that would become a blessing and a curse, in that I now work really, really wacky hours. Some mornings I get up at 5 in the morning to get things organized and completed before the kids head off to school by 8. I always walk my kids to school, and then at the end of the day I pick up my kids, but my workday often continues till 10 or 11 at night when I finish the projects that I'm working on. I also have clients where I'm on call pretty much 24/7, but wouldn't change it for the world, because I'm always able to be by my kids, as well. So it's a good thing having my own business. I have a unique situation that I don't have a payroll, so to speak, for Fendos PR, but I do work with many outside sources. I contract with them I have 2 designers I work with on a regular basis. I have 4 individuals who I work with for mascot work, and then I have some media buyers that I contract with as well. So no one is on my payroll, so to speak, but then I work with them in the capacity of contract basis.
Do you plan on expanding anymore with your clients at all?
That's a huge challenge of mine, is when you do a good job, your reputation travels and you acquire more opportunities for business, and there's always a fine line of how full my plate can be before I'm not servicing clients well enough anymore. And so I really don't want to add staff. I think it would just complicate the issue, but at some point, maybe down the road when my kids are in high school, I will think about that. At this point right now, I just contract out to other freelance writers or freelance designers, or and that way I'm able to have an agency like setting, but I'm not having people on a payroll that I'm having to pay benefits and keep accounting paperwork for. I think the most enjoyable part of owning my own business is that I am able to select the clients that I work with. I had an interesting predicament that actually led to my departure from the agency I worked with, where I was asked to work on a gun account. And this was when my children were very small. They were 3 and 9 months. And it was very hard for me to work on this gun account promoting firearms. They were for the law enforcement industry, but I also knew that they could be used by criminals as well. And I was having to travel across the United States to host gun demonstrations at shooting ranges for gun riders, and I was having to promote these firearms at different trade shows, and it just went against what I believe in. So it was very hard for me, and that ultimately impacted my decision to go out on my own. And one of the things I really enjoy now is that I can kind of handpick who I work with, and I choose clients that oftentimes have a connection to my life in some shape or form. I work with, gosh, in a year's time, probably a dozen to 20 clients, different clients. I'm not working with all of them on a daily basis, but like right now there's 8 different clients that I'm working with on a somewhat frequent basis. My largest and most favorite account is the Wilderness Hotel and Golf Resort in Wisconsin Dells, and I've been working with them for 11 years now. So we have quite a history, and we've grown together, and how can you not? My most memorable moment of my career would have to be working with Visit Milwaukee for the Bronze Fonz event, which actually is pictured behind me. It was a wonderful day in which we unveiled a bronze sculpture of Arthur Fonzarelli from Happy Days, and the whole cast and crew basically was in town for the event.
I am in my adopted city of Milwaukee. Here we are here to celebrate this amazing honor in my life.
Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Grooving all week with you.
You have opened your hearts to us 30 years ago, and you are as wonderful and as warm today.
These happy days are yours and mine. These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days.
Question. I can't imagine not working in PR. And if I didn't, I probably would want to like run a small business, you know, some sort of shop or something. I don't know, a boutique, yeah. Maybe a art studio or art gallery or something where I wouldn't make any money. It's complicated it tremendously. It has, you know, it's been a blessing and a curse, I think, because it's allowing us as businesses to get to know our clients at a level we've never known them before, because they now have a voice, and they can tell us about every positive experience that they've had with us, and also every negative experience. And the important thing for us as companies to remember is that we need to get our customers to be advocates for us, and we need to get our customers to not only be loyal to us, but then to speak positively about us and tell their friends and family. So in that regard, we need to monitor social media and make sure that we're listening, and if we get criticisms, we need to address them and let our customers know that we're listening and that we're going to take their feedback and do something positive about it. So it definitely poses many opportunities for us. First and foremost, get an internship. Get an internship during your junior year, if at all possible. Sophomore year, even better, between your sophomore and junior year. Get the worldly experience that you need. Get involved in public relations, Student Society of America. I can't say enough good about that organization and what it offered me professionally when I was at Whitewater. And I think I would tell students also, like, don't be afraid of professionals. A wise person once told me, like, if you take the first step in your journey, someone will always be there to guide you. And I think that that's really important as a student. If you take the first step and ask for help from a professional, most professionals out there are pretty decent people, and they will offer some sort of advice and help you in some shape or form. They might not give you a job, but they'll tell you, they'll honestly tell you where they think you could improve, or how you could be better at marketing yourself.